Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you to my backyard, back where the wild things grow, on the very back. Today we're going to be talking about grape leaves, and we're going to be fermenting them for later use in making dolmas. If you've never had a dolma, then you're missing out. Most people don't like them because the leaves have been pickled. This time, no, I ferment mine. They taste a whole lot better. I know a lot of people are wondering what are dolmas. They are wonderful pockets of rice and meat, or rice, meat, vegetables, depends on the region of the recipe, and it's stuffed grape leaves. They're wonderful when they're fixed right. So let's look over here. Now it's early morning. You want to try to get your grape leaves in the early morning if possible. Watch out for poison ivy. And you want to snip as close as the stem completely off. Now, this one's a little bit uh, chewed on, but you know what? It's fine. Two little small bug holes, no bugs on them. But what you're looking for is perfect leaves, no bug holes, and big healthy leaves. Well, in a perfect world that happens, but most of the time it don't, especially if you're organic. So, I have a buck by gallon bucket with some water in it. Now, as a rule on the fermenting, be prepared. You're not going to just harvest uh, like 10 leaves. No, you can get up to 100 leaves per quart jar. Now, I will take you along on the journey of how to do it, and let's look for another one. Well, miracles do happen. Look at that. You snip as much of the stem off, because that's what messes it up when you're trying to roll them. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm doing wild grapes. You can do uh, domesticated grapes if that's what you have, or wild grapes. Just know what you're harvesting. Don't harvest any poison ivy leaves. Stay out of the poison ivy if you're allergic to it. Thankfully, I'm not. And you're going to want to try to find the biggest grape leaves you can. One with a few bug holes. Make sure there's no bugs, no eggs, a few little holes. It's not going to hurt much. So, it's time to get busy harvesting some more. Now, like I said, I plan on making hopefully at least 2 quart jars, if not 3. But that's like 300 grape leaves. So, gotta get busy. I'll see you back once I get done harvesting. See you after a while. Pickings were very slim due to bug damage, but I was lucky to get my 100 leaves, and yep, I will see y'all back at the shed once I get these cleaned up and trimmed up. Okay, welcome back to the shed of many names. Now it's time to start the fermentation of the grape leaves. Now, before that happens, I totally forgot. I gotta weigh these babies. So, I got them all cleaned and ready to go. I cut my scale on. Zero that out. And Here we have 100 grape leaves. Come on, baby. 11 ounces, 11.6 ounces, close to a pound. Second time it was close to a pound today. Okay. I'm going to cut off. There we go. Okay. Now, make sure everything is clean and sanitized. I have a weight. If you don't have a weight, the old-fashioned way to do it is use a very clean, round river rock that will fit into your jar. And a wide mouth jar is best to use. It's easier to get the grape leaves in. If you don't have an airlock top, you can use a regular top. You just have to remember to burp it every day. And I have a wide mouth quart jar and a funnel. And I have some leftover brine from making my fermented garlic scapes. A little bit of dill got in here. You know what? That's not going to hurt a thing. This is saltwater brine. And I know I'm going to have to probably make another jar up while we're doing it. And sea salt. Uniodized sea salt. You can use pink Himalayan salt. You can use kosher salt. Just make sure that there is no iodine at all in it. You do not want iodized salt, so no table salt. All right, and you're going to need either purified, distilled, or Berkey water. You don't want to use tap water because it has chemicals, fluoride, chlorine, no telling what else in it that will kill your ferment. So you want to make sure you have purified, distilled, or Berkey water. So let's get busy. Now, you will notice that some of my leaves have turned a dark brown. They were in a bucket of water. You notice this one's green. Not a thing at all wrong with them. It's just the tannins started coming out of the leaves. Yeah, people don't realize there's a whole lot of tannins in grape leaves. Now, these are wild fox grapes. You can use domesticated grape leaves, possum grape leaves. Just good luck on trying to get them completely bug hole free and everything. I just got to where as long as it was only a few bug holes, I was fine with it. You want to also make sure that there's no bugs and no bug eggs on the leaves. So, and like I said, my counter, my workspace top is clean. 2, 3, 4. I will tell you, they like to stick. I tend to put the bigger leaves on the bottom. They're easier to roll that way. I'll press them down. I fold them in half. You want to roll them as tight as possible. Don't worry, that brine will get in there to them. Okay. And I do 10 leaves. It's just easier that way. That one's really dark. There we go. And if you haven't had fermented grape leaves to make dolma, or have had dolma made with fermented grape leaves, I'll tell you right now, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Dolma made with fermented grape leaves is so much better than pickled grape leaves. And plus, they're a whole lot healthier for you. The owls are singing outside. I hear you. And the key is to make sure you press them down. And make sure you get all that stem off, because it'll puncture holes in your leaves. And squeeze as much water out of them since they were soaking in the bucket. There's 30 grape leaves in there, y'all. 30. Can you believe that? 30. I hear you. Come closer so that everybody can hear you. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, and 10. And you want to try to get them as tight as possible without ripping them. And like I said, you can use the wild grape leaves like me, domesticated grapes. Man, that one's vocal. It's still a hooting. You got something to say? Come on in. I lost count. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Good guy, 10. Now, like I said, I had these soaking in a bucket of water for several hours. That's why they're not as beautiful green, but they're going to turn this color anyway as they ferment. Nothing's wrong with them. I hear you. One, two, three, four. We're up to 50 grape leaves. Slow but steady. What? What do you want? Sometimes owls can be pushy. I hope y'all can hear this. I really do. It's one very vocal owl out there. It's only one. Mama Owl hears you. Come on in. If that owl opens that door and comes in here now, y'all gonna see something, I'm telling you. This is hilarious. It's a blessing. Okay, two, three, four, 6. Oh, that one's unrolling. 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 10. Man, that owl's got something to say, I'm telling you. I might have to step outside. I hope y'all can hear it and don't think I'm going crazy. Your rolls unroll, get loose. It's not going to hurt a thing. I hope y'all can hear that owl. I really do. I done lost count. Laughing about the owl. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9. I hear you. Well, come closer so we can hear you better. I see. 7, 8, 9, 10. I hear you. Come closer so everybody else can hear you. We're on the home stretch. 2, 3, 2. Let me cut the fan off. Hold on. Now. 3 of them. Oh no. It's a hootenanny. It's a hootenanny, y'all. I don't know the count. 1, 6, 7, 8. I hear you. I hear you. You're welcome. You're safe. Nobody gonna hurt you. They moved. Or it's another one. You're welcome here. I'm not gonna hurt you. I hope y'all can hear hope y'all can hear that. Good evening. I hope y'all are doing well. This is great, y'all. $100 grape leaves, y'all, in a quart jar. Okay, we have the grape leaves pulled it in the jar. Now, what it's 3 of them. All right. Since I'm using brine, now this brine has not been used. This is fresh brine. It just was left over because you're not going to use a whole quart of brine in each jar. Now, to make your brine, you have to use either the filtered, distilled, or Berkey water because you do not want city water at all because of the chemicals. And you will mix it up to that first band on your jar. That's 4 cups of water and 1 tablespoon of the salt of your choice, either sea salt, kosher salt, Himalayan pink salt, or any other salt you want to use, as long as it does not have iodine. And no, do not use salt substitute. It will not work. Hold on just a minute. Well, I guess they decided that was all they wanted to say. They've gone. Now, this is a clean chopstick. You want to make sure that you get any trapped bubbles out. It's just like canning. Main thing is you want to be careful not to puncture your leaves. No, I guess they're not done. What, baby? What? Mama Owl talks to the owls. And to be honest, yes, I do. Okay, I got most of the bubbles out. Of course, they will work out on their own as it ferments. Now there's a totally different owl. Let's see, we had barred owls, and now I just heard a great horned owl. It's a parliament, you know. They're coming. Okay, now I'm going to put the weight on. Okay. You want to absolutely make sure that they stay, only me, that they stay under the brine. Do not let them come up over that brine. You need to have a weight. And you want your brine to come up to this first band on the jar. That way it has room to ferment. But you want to make sure those grape leaves stay under that brine. And now we're going to put all right. Yep. It's a great horned owl and a barred owl. 2 barred owls, and the horned owl is somewhere back behind me. Okay, now if you don't have the airlock, first if you have an airlock, make sure you get your water up to the correct level. On it, it'll have a little line showing you how far to take it, and you'll just put it in. Make sure that your top's on your airlock. This helps to keep gnats from getting into your ferment, and believe me, gnats are bad this year. Sorry, I'm laughing about the owls, because man, what timing. Alright, now if you don't have an airlock or the cap, the airlock cap, you can use a regular cap. Just put it down on, you don't want it to, be too loose but not too tight. And every day, and you have to be religious about it, every day you have to burp the jar. That way the gases that form will come out of the jar, and you won't take the chance of your jar exploding, because when these get to fermenting, they can explode a jar if you don't burp it daily. With the airlock, you don't have to worry about burping it because it burps itself. And plus it keeps, now if you use the regular cap and burp it daily, you want to keep this in a, on a counter or somewhere where it's not really bright. You do not want it in sunlight at all. A cooler, dark pantry would be good, but not freezing cold. You're going to want to let this ferment for at least 14 days. At 14 days, they should be done fermenting, as long as your house is not too cold. But don't worry, if you have an airlock, you will see it jiggling, And just like I said, if you use a regular cap, make sure you burp it daily. You have to. Um, and you need some kind of weight. Now, of course, if you are lucky enough to be able to get way more leaves than I have, it was sad. There were so many beautiful leaves, but they were just chewed up. I could have easily done half-gallon jars of grape leaves. Apparently, I guess I got a later start than I should have, and apparently bug pressure is going to be bad this year. But now, if you have access to a whole lot of leaves, you don't just have to do it in a quart jar. You can you do half a gallon jars, but it's still best to keep to the 1 quart jar rule. Uh, a quart of water to a tablespoon of your salt of your choice. Mix it up until the salt is completely dissolved and keep filling your half-gallon jar. This is wonderful. I love fermented grape leaves. They taste so much better than the canned pickled ones. Hold on a minute. Now, I also wanted to say, if you do the cap and burp it daily, you need to set your jar either on a cookie sheet or a small bowl that your jar will fit into. You want room because if it gets the fermenting really good, it could leak out. With this, it won't because of the airlock. Simple, easy, anybody can do this. It's really easy. And if you've never had a fermented grape leaf dolma, oh, you're in for a treat, a real treat. Now, a lot of people don't like the pickled um, grape leaves, or I don't know why they'd even buy canned dolma. It's so easy to make. Now, later on, I will use these and show y'all how to make homemade dolmas as well. An amazing treat for summertime when you don't want to um, do a lot of cooking. All it is the filling is rice with some cooked meat and vegetables, and you could actually cook that and freeze that back. Not that I'm big on freezing, but have it handy that way you don't have to. You could just heat it up. Wonderful, wonderful summertime treat or party treat, Christmas, Thanksgiving, you name it. These would be considered more kind of like small hors d'oeuvres, but if you have enough of them, it could be a dinner very well. Simple, easy, and I hope this encourages you to also try your hand at fermenting your own fig leaves. So many things you can do with them, and they are just absolutely wonderful and extremely nutritious for you. And yes, they do carry medicinal benefits, but this time we're talking culinary. Everyone, take care, stay safe and sound. Continue to stock your pantries with food that will sustain you and that are food that is healthy for you, not crap food. Continue to stock up your medicine cabinets, your protection, the owl's back, and also the necessities that you will need to survive later on. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. Hoot hoot!